If you've got a big truck and you're looking for a big, fantastic, arguably one of the best family fifth wheels in the market, then stick around because I'm going to show you the Arctic Wolf 3660. All right, so what makes this one so great? Well, there's honestly a number of things. One of them starting off right here, and that's just the fact that you have a lot of sleeping options in this RV. This one is a mid-bunk. If you're not familiar with them, I'll show it to you in just a bit. But the thing I love about this floor plan is it basically looks like a rear living layout, right? And that's because it essentially is. Yeah, I have everything I want. Well, I'd love to have my kids come with me, but when they do, I don't want it to take up the whole back half of the RV because that's where you get this. This is where you get all your seating. Now, if they do come and visit, or maybe I have friends coming to visit, I want places to sleep too. And that's what I love about this. This is a tri-fold sofa, folds out nice and easily. In order to do so, you simply, here, I'll show you real quick. We just take these cushions off like so. We're gonna lift this up, boom. Pull these out on either side, drop this down. Just like that, you're good to go. Throw some pillows on there, some blankets on there, you are all set. Now, not only is that a great sleeping space, obviously it's great seating, and that ties in with your theater seating right here. Now, clearly, I didn't turn this off when I was in here earlier, but the kind of massage feature is on here. So you have a massage feature, a few different settings, you have heat, and then you have this fancy dancy light. Fancy dancy? Fancy pants? It's a light. It's nice. So if you want it to light up, you can do that too. But more importantly is the fact it's comfortable, and it reclines. It's a wall hugger, so you can sit right where it is, kick back, relax, and right here I can stare at my 4K 50-inch TV. So, again, it's rear living at its finest. You really, have that entertainment space. If you want to listen to some music, it's tucked away, but actually right in here it is prepped. There's a charger in there, so you can get the speaker, pop it right in there, good to go. Then you have the fireplace underneath, which is, kind of for just make it look nice. But more importantly is the fact that it's a 5,000 watt electric space heater. So it helps heat the space up a little bit. You can see storage on both sides, nothing crazy, right? But, decent storage there. Same thing kind of up top, but what is impressive, take a look at this. Now that is some great additional storage. Now, Aaron and I were actually talking, and thanks for the idea here, Aaron. But one of the things that we talked about is it would be great if the manufacturer did it, but even if they didn't, it'd be something easy to do. You could put like your Blu-ray player or whatever else that you want in here for auxiliary equipment, drill a hole right through here and hook it up to the back of the TV. That's a great spot to be able to put it. And then as we move around into the kitchen, again, you have great rear living, you have great kitchen space, kind of have the peninsula coming out right here. Love what they did for 2024 with this sink. I really, really am a fan of this sink in the Cherokee. It is apron front, but what they did is they kind of went with a shelf system. So right on top, you have a cutting board. Underneath that, a drying rack. You have a spot in order to wash your veggies there. This is a drain, and you can see it is textured on the bottom of the sink there as well. Just a big fan of the sink system that they have installed. High-rise faucet here too, and of course you have your soap dispenser right next to it. Underneath that, some pretty good storage. Drawers, one of the things I do want to point out, this one right here, you do have enough space for your trash can. Now what you'll notice is it is a little tight. There's only two drawbacks to this entire coach in my opinion. One is the fact the kitchen is a little tight. The other one is I wish it had a second bathroom. But other than that, I think this one does everything right. More storage all over here. They even thought this through. The fact that when this would open, it would hit the fridge. So they put a little stopper on there for you so that way that doesn't happen. In case you're wondering what these are, just for the record, this is in case your slide ever fails. You can put this in your drill bit. Right about the center fascia is where the motor will be, so you can slip this up and behind and manually move your slide. So if you ever see that, you're wondering, that's what it's for. Highly recommend it if you have a cable slide system. Anyway, back to the kitchen. Take a look at this fridge. This is a huge fridge freezer. Love this, love this. I think it just gives you great storage overall. Not only do you need a lot of dry storage, you need a lot of cold storage when you're camping too. And I think this one right here does it. Now, I'll talk about the dinette real quick, and then we'll check out the mid-bunk. The dinette Pretty cool system what they've done. So there are normally 2 chairs. I have one. It's sitting at the desk, which I'll show you a little bit later too. That's right, this one comes with the desk, which is cool. You'll also see the ottoman here. The thing I like about this ottoman is it's exactly that. It's great bench seating for right here at the table, but if you want to move it, it's fully movable. You can move it over to the couch, so you have a place to put your feet up while you're sitting on a couch, which so many RVs are missing. And take a look at all that storage inside. You have, you know, throw pillows, throw blankets, whatever it may be. You can throw them right in there. Then as we take a step in here, this is the mid bunk, so to speak, right? The extra sleeping space. And here's why I love this layout. Because we have all that rear living, and I have this little space, whether it's for the kids, or what about if you're grandparents and you want something for the grandkids, now you don't have to dedicate the entire trailer. You can just have this, so when they do come visit, your kids, grandkids, whatever, you can sleep the grandkids in here, the kids can sleep out on the couch, there's plenty of sleeping for everyone. This does drop down, this folds out into a bed, and if you have teenage kids or grandkids, they're gonna love you because you can put a TV in here in the PlayStation 5, and on that rainy day, or I mean, let's be honest, probably every day, they'll be spending a ton of time in here because they're teenagers and that's just what they do. Maybe play a little Armored Core, who knows? And then if you take a look right up top, you can see that you have some clothes storage there, which I love. I love the fact it has a hanging rod because a lot of times they don't. It's just, you know, they expect me to fold all of my clothes. And while I do fold most of them, sometimes I want to hang stuff, you know? I might have a nice shirt. Maybe I'm going out when I'm camping. Who knows? Your main control panels will be right there. You can see a couple different things. You can see your voltage meter, tankless water heater right there, as well as some other controls. And then when we take a step up, not only do you have that sleeping space down below, you have this huge loft. Now, this is great, obviously, for sleeping space, and kids love, love, love being up there. It's like their own little hideaway, but it's also good just for storage, right? If you just need some additional storage space, you can toss stuff up there, and it's just a large additional space. Here in the bathroom, porcelain bowl, as you'd expect. I'll take a seat here. You know, folks, I'm 6 foot, about 210, and you can see I have pretty good space. Great space for my legs. You know, pretty good room for my shoulders here as well. Same thing in the shower. When I step in the shower, now granted I have this bar here. This is removable, of course, as you'd expect. Whoops. There you go, put that back in. But this is nice in case you want to hang some clothes in here if you're not using the shower for a little bit, or if you're coming back from the beach, need to hang towels, swimsuits, things like that. Love having this bar in there. You can also see the nice big skylight. Again, at 6 foot, I mean, I could be 6'4" and stand in here, and I can fully turn and not have to worry about hitting my head or anything like that. You can see the medicine cabinet, nice big bowl for the sink, as well as some storage underneath. And if you thought that was great, right? All this is great, but one of my favorite things I've seen in a floor plan is actually right up here. Take a look at that. We have a desk in the bedroom. And I've seen a lot of floor plans, and they have desks, but they're out in the living area. How in the world am I going to get work done when I have the kids running around, when my wife wants to watch a show? Like, it just doesn't happen. But here in the bedroom, I can be isolated. I can close the door. I have a second AC, so I'll be nice and cool. I won't be sweating half to death like I am right now. But I love having the desk in here, and it's even an inverted outlet, which means if you are taking this beast somewhere where there's not shore power, which I don't know where you're going to park it, but maybe you find a big open field you want to park it in, you can do that and still be able to plug your computer in there, which is pretty darn cool. Again, just give you that ability to work from literally anywhere. You can see your wardrobe right up front. You have some sliding glass doors. You have your hanging rod right in there, some shoe storage right down below, additional storage on this side over here. And you would think, oh, well, that's where your washer dryer prep is. You would think that, but you'd be wrong. It's actually over there. So they did a really cool thing here, right? They give you all this wardrobe space, and if you want washer and dryer, you're not going to sacrifice any of this space, which is cool. You still have all that storage. You can see a king bed. Again, we talk about great sleeping options. You get a king bed in the bedroom as standard. Of course, the windows here as well to let in a little bit of light. And if you want to watch TV, there is a spot to mount it right at the foot of the bed. I'm telling you, folks, this is an absolute awesome family floor plan. But there's more to see outside. Let's go take a look. Right up front is that beautiful painted front cap. You can see the LED docking lights on there, of course, the Cherokee symbol and the big O Arctic Wolf itself. Dropping down underneath, you have the Rhino pin box, and up front is some additional storage. You can see they did put the spare here, which is great. So if it's, you know, nasty out, it's raining, you don't have to get underneath the camper. It is very easy to get to, and it's protected from the elements. And then right over to this side, we have the battery as well as the battery disconnect, and our solar charge controller is in there as well, because this one does have the juice pack with that 100-watt solar panel. Coming around to the side, you'll see this one has, it actually has a bunch of camera prep. You have rear camera prep, you have the side camera prep and the side markers, and we'll see in just a second you actually have like a door camera prep, which is really, really neat. If we take a look at the side itself, you'll notice they did go with, it's a little bit brighter this year for 2024, so that way, you know, being white, obviously it's going to be a little bit cooler in there on a hot day like today. Taking a look all the way up top, we can see the power awning with an LED light strip, and you have great camp space right here. I love that you don't have any vents or anything here. You don't have any slides. You can have that awning out, and this whole space is camp space, which is awesome. You'll also see that there is a ton of storage if we drop down underneath. If you want TV hookups are right here, and it can just come right on through, but take a look at kind of all this connected storage, and it goes all the way up here. I mean, so it is really good storage. You do have a little bit of plumbing there to contend with on the one side, but still awesome storage in here. You have motion sensor lights, and on the other side is the your control for your auto level. This one does have four-point electric auto level on there. More ride step above steps. Love these. You have the 4 steps on here, aluminum treads, super easy to adjust the feet on these ones. It's just a lever and you can move it. You don't have to pull a pin and try to stick it back in there. Definitely love the upgrade on the More Ride, and you have the much larger grab handle with the swoop down right here, which actually aids in getting down. So I do appreciate that for anyone that has, you know, troubles with stairs, bad knees, things like that. Right up above the door, take a look at that. That is your door prep. That essentially is like a security camera. It's a doorbell cam. I love having it. You can put a camera up there, see who is at your door, as well as get some additional view to your campsite. Right underneath that is the tempered glass door with the window in it, and that one is thin shade ready, so if you want to shade for privacy at night, you can. Now this is probably one of the coolest features on here. This is one of my favorite outside kitchens in the industry. Why? Well, not so much because of the cooktop, but it's because it has everything else I want. This right here is what I want the outside kitchen for. I just want outside refrigerators, and that's what you get. You get 2 of them. I mean, that you never get that, right? I love, now, you know, they're bigger refrigerators. You have 2 of them out here and an ice maker, because they know how it goes. You know, have an ice maker, grab a bev. Man, you can be entertaining. You can be relaxing. Love having that. You also have this pull-out storage tray with this guy. You know, normally like this would sit in here, and there is water access over to the side, but you can honestly take this anywhere. If you want to wash, you know, silverware in it, you can. Heck, if you want to use it for a dog dish, you can do that too. You'll also see right here is your, well, let me move this, sorry. That's your propane line, but then you're gonna have your 2-burner cooktop. So if you do want to do a little bit of cooking out here, you can. Honestly, I don't know how often I would use that. I don't know about you watching, you tell me. I'm curious, how many of you use an outside cooktop, like a 2-burner cooktop in your outside kitchen? I'm more of a grill guy. Seen some people use, you know, griddles in there. Griddle all the way, but you do have a propane quick connect right underneath. So if you're like me, you're gonna bring your Blackstone with the air fryer on the side. Yes, they do make it. 10 out of 10 recommend. You can hook it up to the propane right there, good to go. As I mentioned, that is your outside water connection. Right up top, a couple more quick things. You can see that you have ladder prep, the telescoping ladder. You can just pop it right up there so you can clamp on the fully walkable roof, and you also have backup camera prep. And here on the off-camp side are all the hookups. You have a light, obviously your water inlets, black tank flush, outside shower with hot water access. This is your tankless water heater. Open that up just to kind of show you. Granted, it does have a copper tank in there, but it's essentially tankless. Heats up very quick and gives you nearly unlimited hot water. And if you drop down, you can see your 2 valves. Just note those do go into the underbelly, and that underbelly is fully insulated and it is heated, so you can camp later into the fall, things like that. Don't have to worry about it freezing up on you. Now folks, the 3660 suite, there's a lot of things that are to love. I mean, you got the king bed, you have the ability to sleep nearly 8 in what is essentially a rear living floor plan. You have 3 refrigerators, and this one is still affordable. The only downside, is that it's large. You have to have a big truck to tow it. But if you're interested, you have a 1 ton, you're like, Ian, I love this thing. Let's go. How much is it? Hey, no problem. I have a link in the description. Simply click on that. That will give you price and nearest availability. Folks, thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see ya.